Can I tell you a joke? Did you hear the one about the guy who dipped his testicles in glitter?
No, what?
It was pretty nuts.
Andrew Santino.
Well, hello, Miss Sarah Tiana. How are you?
It's good to see you again.
It's so good to see you.
Yes, happy prop day.
Happy prop day today. What a great week it was last week for football. I know you're excited.
I'm excited.
Two of your favorite teams are going to the Super Bowl.
One of my favorite teams is going to
the New England
Super Bowl.
Patriots.
Not at all.
Sarah loves the Patriots.
Nope. I hope they get run over by a gas trunk and piss blood for the rest of their lives.
What? All of them? Everybody?
Most of them.
Like Edelman?
Not Sony Michelle.
Okay, yeah, Sony, everybody.
But you also lost last week.
Since I forfeited last week.
Yeah.
Thanks to somebody.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, you do.
I just call like I see it.
I have to read these off after making my argument. That's the bet, right?
Before making your
Before
argument.
making my argument.
You read that, and then you make your argument. And, you know, they were just stream of conscious for me.
Got it.
You know, also, and next week, the loser has to watch the Pro Bowl.
Front to back.
Yeah, and give a book report.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
And we need, like, visual proof that you watched it.
Okay. Video proof.
Video proof, picture proof, whatever.
Okay.
A proof that you watched it.
I got it, baby. I'm ready to win.
Okay. That'll be something fun for a change.
Yeah, it will.
The first prop. Saints fans are very upset after the missed pass interference call on Tommy Lee Lewis in the final minutes of the NFC Championship on Sunday. The call and the following outrage has sparked back up the conversation about whether the NFL should allow some penalties to be reviewable. The league says they'll revisit it in the offseason, but they have said that before with no change. The prop, will or won't the NFL allow penalties to be reviewable in 2019?
Before I start my first argument, I'd like to say that my hair is red and my thoughts are wrong. These are the only two facts that I know.
Wow, bold statement.
This year, the NFL has had more missed calls than a collections agency, okay? I said I'll pay it in March! Regular season, I can see it, okay, but because of TV money and playoffs, but, you know, now I think reviewing within the 2-minute mark is as important as Sarah taking her birth control because we don't want her spawn polluting the earth. PI is the third most common call. It's the third most common penalty called other than offensive holding, which is subjective, and it happens more often than a Trump tweet, and false start, which is essentially just a snap count snafu. So PI is important, and within 2 minutes, it's the 2-minute drill. This is in the playoffs. It should absolutely be reviewable within the 2 minutes. Within the 2-minute drill, it should be shifted.
No.
Every second counts.
Let them play. If they make that call, the game is over, and that is not the way you want to see the end of a playoff game. Also, how about the fact that Sean Payton threw a pass at 1:58 and stopped the clock when they could have kept running it out? How about that review?
Okay.
Maybe the Saints want to review that. Maybe review his contract as well. All right? Because they made a lot of mistakes, and if you're relying on a pass interference call to help you win the game, then maybe you should have been kept the win that you had the whole game. They were leading the whole game.
It was more than a pass interference. It was so obviously more than pass interference. First of all, he was like head hunting. He clipped him. He didn't even go for the ball.
I just feel like, you know, if you need that call, like the Saints were winning the whole game, and then all of a sudden at the end, like the Rams make this huge comeback, and then they don't call PI because it's within the 2-minute mark, and we hate to see the way that the games end based on that. So I don't want to see them do that.
In the playoffs, it matters. Regular season, I get it.
I agree with Andrew. It was a horrible call. They should definitely look at it this offseason, but that means the NFL definitely won't do it this offseason, so I'm giving it to Sarah.
Thank you.
They won't be changing the rules anytime.
Yeah, they're
and
terrible.
They shouldn't change the rules.
Yes, they should.
No, they shouldn't because like
in the playoffs with less than 2 minutes to go. I'm not saying every PI call, but I think there should be specifics in the playoffs with under 2 minutes. That is such an important missed call. 2 referees were there, and neither of them saw it, which means either something fishy's going on.
Yeah.
Or we need new referees.
Right.
We need new refs. If they're that dumb and blind, or they're not getting Piz aid.
Yeah.
It's pathetic, prop number 2. Man, it's a hot one. Like 7 inches from the midday sun. Hey, That was last week. Sarah
Yes.
got into the prompter. Another controversy coming out of the NFL Championship weekend was overtime. Touchdown Tommy Brady won in OT yet again, without young Patrick Mahomes even touching the ball after the Pats won the toss. And once again, chants of a flawed NFL overtime were heard from the pathetic, huddled masses of unoriginal Twitter zombies immediately after. The prop, who has a better overtime, the NFL or college football?
Okay, well, Georgia went into overtime in the Rose Bowl against Oklahoma, and then the Falcons went into overtime in the Super Bowl against the Patriots. So based on those two outcomes, I'm gonna have to go with college football because that one went in my favor. Look, the only thing I don't like about NFL overtime is the fact that a coin toss really decides everything, and a defense can stay on the field for 2 straight runs. I feel like the team that had the ball last does not get the ball, first
right.
in overtime. That's the only rule in the NFL overtime that I really disagree with.
Okay. My favorite singer is Bonnie Raitt, and sometimes I dress like her to make myself feel like more of a man. But it's not fair, said the generation of kids that are so fat Michelle Obama tried to get soda out of schools because they were mainlining it into their veins. Fair is not fair. That's exactly right. Life is unfair. If your D is as good as mine, you should be able to win regardless who gets the first shot. Double entendre there, okay?
Sure.
If you get one shot, do not miss your chance to blow. Gothard in the great words of Eminem. Giving both teams a chance is like getting an extra down or an extra swing. It makes as much sense as a person from Georgia trying to explain to me how a Confederate flag is about Southern pride and not the Civil War. All I'm saying
It was about taxes.
All I'm saying is, absolutely, the NFL is better. You get one shot, you get one chance. College is sad. You both get a turn. You both get a chance. No way. If your D is good enough, you'll be able to stop that offense and then come back with your offense and win the game. What do you say?
I think you're right. I think that life isn't fair, and neither is NFL overtime rules. So I'm going with the college football.
Yeah, that's me again. Gosh, back-to-back wins. It's like this whole season of props. Prop number 3, another storyline coming from that AFC Championship game was Tom Brady and Bill Belichick winning once again, and once again, Andy Reid coming up just short. Reid now is tied for 7th on the all-time list of playoff wins with 12, the most of any coach ever not to win a Super Bowl. The prop, over or under 0.5 Super Bowl championships for Andy Reid's career.
For the rest of his career. Honestly, I don't want Andy Reid to go to the Super Bowl ever again because I only want the Packers to go. Yes, I know they're NFC, but I want them to be AFC too. So it's Packers versus Green Bay, my 2 favorite teams. Oh my God.
Wow, that was quite the opening marks.
I come from a land down under. Where Andy Reid fails and plunders, okay? It's definitely the under, this cat. Even if this is Tommy Boy's last year, the Rams are about to have, in my opinion, the best decade in their franchise history. Writing off Houston and the Chargers in the AFC, by the way, is dumber than pissing in the wind. They're both phenomenal teams, and they both have a lot of growth in the next couple of years. Drew Brees got robbed harder than a tourist asking for directions. He's coming back for blood next fall. And Andy is a Mormon, and I don't know if you guys know this, but they have odd sports rules. Missionaries, they can't play full court basketball, and in football, they'll never beat the Patriots in the playoffs.
I didn't know that he was a Mormon, but I
Mormon.
believe in the power of Patrick Mahomes, and I think because of Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid goes to the Super Bowl over and over and over again in the next 10 years. You know why? Because they have plenty of draft picks, and they are literally one pass rusher away from being in the Super Bowl. If they had been able to stop the run against the Patriots, they're in the Super Bowl. They weren't able to stop the run, and they weren't able to make Brady scramble.
Their defense is terrible.
He had 2 hours.
Their defense is
terrible.
terrible.
And I'm just saying, Reid's offense is full of options, and we know he's an options guy because look at how much he goes to buffets. So it's clear that he likes options. His offense is stacked. He just needs to stack his defense. They fired their defensive coordinator today, and I think that is saying a lot about the future of that team.
Yeah, I'm going to side with Santino on this one. I think it's way too early to count out the Chargers or the Texans in the AFC.
Wow.
So they're going to continually give them
Chiefs
problems.
are just the Chiefs, so.
Well,
They're going to continually give them problems.
That seemed okay.
Prop number 4. The NFL season is almost over, Sarah, and that means we've got the big game coming up. The game we've all been waiting for this Sunday in the nation's capital, Orlando, Florida. The Pro Bowl. Love it. And while no one really cares about the actual Pro Bowl, they do play a pretty fun AFC versus NFC dodgeball game on Thursday night that's better than the actual game. The prop, who wins the Pro Bowl dodgeball game on Thursday, the AFC or the NFC?
The AFC, because they are awesome
garbage.
as F, which is what that conference stands for. They have Patrick Mahomes, Andrew Luck, Deshaun Watson. I mean, the A and AFC must stand for accuracy because that is what those guys are putting up. These boys are young and single and they ready to mingle. And I know that they probably didn't even have dodgeball in their schools growing up because they're so young and it was taken out for the purposes of healing young people's minds. But I think they are quick and fast. And you also have people like Calais Campbell, you have JJ Watt, you have Von Miller. I mean, what is the NFC bringing to this table? I'm sure Kyle Juszczyk or whatever is going to be a big help to the NFC, you know, dodgeball game.
Well, let me tell you something. The reason I hate myself is because I never scored a point in dodgeball, and I have a permanent scar on my left butt cheek that can prove it. That's not from dodgeball. That's from late nights out on Friday. Dodgeball originated in 4000 BC, by the way, when cavemen threw rocks at one another. That's what it's going to feel like when Drew Brees is hugging little red balls at your head. I don't think Khalil Mack can throw a ball without collapsing somebody's lung, okay? Saquon Barkley didn't drop the ball once this year, and he ain't going to do it in the Pro Bowl, baby. It's going to be another NFC repeat, just like last year. They murdered then, they're going to murder again. Okay, I'm predicting another blowout, and that's just what's going to happen on February 3rd as the Rams dance all over the Patriots. I'm predicting that as well. Just want to throw that.
Well, I don't mind you predicting that. But
that's the truth. They're both truths.
Think that the
NFC takes it. NFC takes it just like they did
Well, I think they would
year.
take it if the Rams were able to play in it, but the Rams aren't able to play in it.
No, they'll be fine without
all the Patriots would do would be to hold the AFC back. They're so old.
They'll be fine with without any of those guys.
I don't know if Drew Brees is actually playing, but if he is,
he is, right? He's their starter.
He's gonna be pissed, you know. So he's gonna be waving that thing around.
Get
NFC, I think it's 2 years in a row.
Drew
already.
Brees, he's so angry.
Yeah,
That's how he throws the ball. Angry.
Yeah.
You know what? No more debating this tie game.
Oh my God.
That's what I like. Thanks, Goth.
Prop number 5, big news for Redskins fans this week as owner and Native American advocate Daniel Snyder started his offseason off right by reportedly purchasing a new super yacht named Lady S for over $100 million. It was also reported that Snyder had one specific request for the yacht, that it have a $3 million IMAX theater built on board, the first ever of its kind. What a trailblazer. The prop, over or under 10 movies Dan Snyder watches on his new super yacht IMAX in 2019.
You know what, Sarah?
What?
I would love for Dan Snyder to give me a ride, and not on his boat, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
Talking about his penis, of course.
Okay. That's right. I'm like,
I know Sarah has never met a rich person, except for when she asked, would you like to try that on at her other job at Barney's? But everybody knows he'll be on the boat once and get bored. Rich people love buying and not using it, like cars, houses, mail order brides. Come on, you guys. He could literally buy that boat 20 times over and still have $300 million left. This is like Sarah buying an extra pair of trinkets from Cracker Barrel that she doesn't need. He's never gonna use that thing. That's just for show and for fun. Rich people love toys and they don't do shit with them. He's not gonna watch movies in his basement, all right? Maybe gonna kill people or smuggle drugs or do whatever rich people need to do to stay occupied because he got too much money.
First of all, they're salt and pepper shakers and they're a collector's item, and I don't appreciate you talking about them like that. Second of all,
loves Cracker Barrel.
It is pretty awesome. I like eating with a wheelbarrow above my head. The guy Dan Snyder is the guy that refuses to change the name of his team. There's no way he doesn't have the jazz singer on loop in like 8 different languages, and he's gonna be playing that in his IMAX. I mean, the IMAX theater has 12 seats because, of course, the Redskins love having too many men on the field, so why wouldn't they have 12 seats in their stupid movie theater? And it also but 12 seats also means that there's going to be 12 different people sitting there, and they all get to pick their choice of whatever racist movie they want to watch on a racist man's boat. So I think the over on the 10 line is good, and I just love that this is his second yacht. Let me just say,
it's awesome
because he has a smaller one that's 250 feet, but you know the Redskins if the Redskins know about anything, it's backups. So I think he's got to have a backup yacht.
Never even gonna walk on that boat. This guy is so rich. It's like, when you have time between traveling.
Baker Mayfield could walk on it. He likes to walk on.
Yeah, he could walk on.
Yeah.
And get a lot of hype for just hanging out. Go ahead, babe.
Well, I didn't realize that he has 2 yachts, because that totally changes what I would think is the answer for this. Because if he had 1 yacht, then sure, it's for sure going to go over 10, but he might not even be on that yacht when he goes yachting.
Well, they're going to be getting rid of the second one.
Well, no way.
I don't know. We don't know about that.
He'll take the first yacht to the second yacht, get on there and go, I left something on the other yacht. Can you bring it back?
I'm going under 10 movies.
Under 10 movies.
Ugh.
God, this is a good game, prop number 6. Speaking of heroes, Tim Tebow has been in the news recently for following the footsteps of Jesus and getting engaged to Miss Universe. And the good news just kept coming for Touchdown Timmy this weekend, As it was reported, he will report to the Mets minor league camp in Florida in February with somehow an actual shot at making the team. The prop, will or won't Tim Tebow hit a major league home run this season?
For sure he will. Listen, the only reason he didn't come up into the majors last year was because he broke his hand, which is exactly something that I would assume a God-fearing virgin would do with his hand, is overuse it. So I think this year he's healthy. He has every chance to be in the majors. And we already have a bachelor who's a virgin, so we don't need another famous virgin in America. So I think he loses his virginity and his minor league status, and he goes into the majors and he hits a home run, because he's gonna start hitting home runs in the bedroom. Finally, finally, finally. Which, I mean, also I'm very excited that he's playing for the Mets, because the Braves get to play them twice and it will be an easier win.
Ugh, gross. More embarrassment for the Mets. I know nothing about baseball because it's as American as apple pie, and everybody knows I'm an immigrant who hates this country. God, Jesus Christ. Listen, Timmy is gonna stay in the minors. He loves being around minors just like Gothard. There's no chance he's playing in the majors. Great joke, laugh it off. Mets have a top 10 prospect list coming out of the minors. Guess who's not on it? Tim Tebow, all right? He'll sell more hats and jerseys, but it's kids like Andres Jimenez out of St. Lucie that have all the scouts chatting like 5 women on a morning talk show. This kid is not that good at baseball, all right? He's got a 247 average. Okay, fine, whatever, in the minors. He's not worth talking about, all right? I don't know who suffers more, Jesus or Mets fans. The Mets don't even need this guy at all, by the way. He's going to contribute nothing to them. All the positions that Tebow could play, they already have 5 other prospects of their top 10 that they're looking at in the minor league. So no chance he's even swinging the bat in the majors. Bye.
Oh, bye. Okay.
Just kicking facts into the air.
I can't pick against the man upstairs, man. I'm staying on that team.
This is about Tim Tebow.
Tying it up, Sarah. Here we go. Tebow hits a home run this year.
By the way, you know the only reason he left the NFL is because, not because he was such a bad football player, was because all those guys, when they started taking knees, he was like, that was my thing. You know what I mean? He was mad about that.
Prop number 7. Speaking of more heroes, the 91st Academy Award nominations were announced on Tuesday, ending the months-long speculation about which famous people would have the chance to get even more famous. 8 movies got the nomination in the main category for Best Picture: Black Klansman, Black Panther, Bohemian Rhapsody, The Favorite, Green Book, Roma, A Star is Born, and Vice. The prop: who do you got for the 2019 Academy Award for Best Picture?
Well, I've never been to the Oscars, and if you saw me on I'm Dying Up Here, you can probably guess why. Because it was a TV show. And the award goes to 50 Shades of Freed. That's my pick. A $55 million is easily granted when you see the amount of CGI and special effects that went into this masterpiece. That's what the budget was, $55 million budget. Some of the scenes were shot in Sarah McLachlan's house for free. I don't know if you know that. She made everybody watch her ASPCA every morning before eating breakfast. It won the worst movie for the Razzies, and I think it's going to come back because Oscar buzz is happening. Like many trilogies, this one's the best. Godfather, Back to the Future, and Air Bud 3.
Wow.
This is the one. I really think. If you know anything about the Academy, it's that they love BDSM movies like The Shape of Water, American Beauty, Silence of the Lambs, and Forrest Gump. So I say 50 Shades of Freed.
I disagree. I say The Meg. I can't believe that The Meg, it was not even, I cannot even begin to tell you how much better Roma would have been if at the end of the movie, when they're sitting on the beach and she's crying about her dead baby, a giant Meg comes in and snatches her. A megalodon shark? It's a shark.
It doesn't exist.
Yes, it is. It is. It's a dinosaur shark that existed years and years and years ago. And by the way,
not now.
And I watched that movie because I was like, Statham is going to punch this shark. And he didn't punch it. He kicked it, which is way better than I could have ever anticipated. I have a huge fear of sharks. Well, I have more of a fear of diving in a bathing suit, but I have a huge fear of sharks too. But I think that it was by far the best movie of the year. And I'm just saying,
Statham kicked it?
It would have been a great, and if the Meg were part of all of these movies nominated for Oscars, it would have been so much fun.
Is there a Meg in
A Star is Born? Yes, her name is Meg, you know. It's not Allie. If Bill Street could talk, it would say, pick the Meg, you know.
Black Klansman was...
was the Meg in disguise.
Was the Meg, yeah.
Yeah, in disguise. Yeah. Vice, their Vice was...
Well, he looked like a Meg.
Like a shark. That they like sharks. Because the Meg is also a weapon of mass destruction.
Wow.
I think I've proved my point that the Meg.
Well, clearly we both lost that.
Well, my personal pick would be Bohemian Rhapsody, but neither of you went that way. So I.
No, I don't want to touch.
But the Meg is so good. Have you not seen
so
it?
good.
It's like Jaws on steroids.
Yeah, I wanted it to be bigger.
Gotta win by default because the Meg is so good.
It was the size of Dan Snyder's first.
That's not
yacht.
cheating.
It's cheating.
Not the second one.
It's not cheating.
It was in our breakdown. That's cheating.
Oh, stop.
Gee, you guys are both cheating at this point.
I thought that you were picking another movie.
I picked another movie, but I didn't want to be mean about it because I already was mean about it. So I want to be mean about 50 Shades because it's easier.
Well, we can move on if we'll make it feel better.
I
We got one more left. We got one more left.
Okay.
I'll tee it up for you.
Yeah.
Nowadays, people are doing really crazy gender reveal acts and tricks on video, but one thing that's been popping out is gender reveal lasagna, where the cheese is either blue or pink. So the wild card prop, in 2019, will gender reveal lasagna still be a trend that holds through the entire year?
No chance. Not even a little chance. And you know what? In closing, I would like to say that I'm available to host the Oscars because I've never said anything bad about gay people because in my mind, they aren't people at all. Sarah wrote these.
I did not write those.
Sarah wrote these!
I didn't write those.
First of all, it's not going to catch on. That's insane. How could it ever catch on? If you wanted to make it lasagna gender reveal, it shouldn't be about the cheese. It should be meat or meatless, okay? If there's a big chunk of meat in there, it's going to be a boy. If there ain't nothing in there, it's going to be a girl. It's never going to catch on. I think they're already ridiculous. There's so many fails online. Nobody wants more fails with food because food fails are gross.
Blue cheese is an actual thing.
Pink cheese is not a real thing.
Well, it's been in every single one of my lasagnas.
And blue cheese in lasagna is gross.
Every lasagna I've ever eaten is a girl. Every lasagna is a girl. Sorry. That sounded really bad.
Yeah, just because every lasagna you've eaten.
My point
every girl I've eaten is named lasagna.
No, she was Italian. We couldn't tell her parents because she's Catholic. But I think it will become a thing just because the internet hates us and our lives are terrible.
True.
And so the only way for them to get worse is for lasagna gender reveals to become a thing.
Maybe it will.
So it for sure is going to become a thing just to piss us off.
No. There's so much cooler ones. The baseball one is really cool.
The baseball one.
Where you toss someone a baseball and they hit it. And it's cool looking golf balls now.
I personally like when the firemen set fires ablaze to entire cities on accident.
Look at your house.
Yeah.
Red? Is that a girl? Is that close to girl?
Looks like a boy problem to me.
Pissing on it. You gotta pee it out. If you can pee it out all the way, it's a boy. It's never gonna catch on. There's no way.
It will.
There's no way.
Don't you think, Gothard?
I think it just goes without saying that this is never going to catch on.
Yeah.
It's never going to be a real thing.
What?
Santino wins that one. And
no!
Finally.
Woo! And I don't have to watch the Pro Bowl this weekend.
I was going to watch it anyway.
I know you will.
I what?
Yeah, that's not enough of a punishment.
About it. How else am I going to see any Falcons players?
Do you have Patriots? Do you have a Patriots shirt or jersey?
No.
I feel like we should make you watch the Super Bowl with a Patriots jersey on.
I don't think that we need to add salt to the wound.
No, for the Super Bowl. I think I'm changing the bet. I think we got to get you some Patriots clothing, and you got to wear it, and we have to watch you cheering for the Super Bowl in Patriots clothing. I'm changing the bet, and
Why
that's
would I cheer for a wolf in sheep's clothing? There's no way I'm going to cheer for
the Patriots.
Oh, so you want me to dress up like Satan and then cheer for the devil?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Not happening.
It's happening.
I'm not going to do it.
You know, not only is it happening, I'm going to make sure that the jersey gets to your house because I am going to give Gothard money to go buy it and do it.
Yeah.
He doesn't have anything going on.
No.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna bike, and he's going to bike to your house. I want him to bike over.
Yeah, I'll bike.
Right.
You could use the exercise.
You should take points away from
I was going to say, before the show, you've been looking really fat.
You really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's on my New Year's resolution to drop 2 pounds.
Really?
Yeah, I gotta stay alive.
How much do you weigh right now?
140.
Let's get it up. Let's get it up to 190 by Super Bowl Sunday. Is that fine?
All right.
You look good, Gothard. I would never, ever call you fat. I'm kidding. That's going to be it for us, guys. Our show is done.
Yeah, we just got fired for calling a boy fat.
Are you kidding me? You said I don't like gay people on this. The stuff that I had to read.
I didn't say that. You just read that.
Remember, kids, follow the show on Twitter and Instagram at 2Debate2Furious, and follow both of us at Sarah Tiana and at Cheeto Santino, and subscribe to Yahoo Sports on YouTube to get new episodes of the show every single Wednesday.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching Props on the Yahoo YouTube page.
Yeah, please subscribe because we need more viewers, and that's how we stay alive and eat and feed our families.
New shows come out every Wednesday. And don't forget to hit the like button right below our beautiful faces right here. That'll help us out too.
Yeah.
Props to you if you do it right.